I'm working on my card game Mana Front. And one of the most important things about card games are illustration. So let's discuss about illustration in Mana Front today. So I'm working on my card game called Mana Front, and one of the most visual part of any card games are illustrations. There are different options of what type of illustration to go for. You have things like, for example, Clash Royale, that really appeal to a younger audience. They are very cartoony, very much rounded, and this is one option. The other option is going with a bit more, let's say, mature art style that can be maybe targeted towards more teenagers, and this can be Yu-Gi-Oh! In Yu-Gi-Oh! You have a bit more of an anime vibe, a bit more serious vibe, but still maintaining a bit this cartoony feeling. Or you can be a bit more mature and go with something like Magic that uses some sort of dark fantasy or really refined art style. More serious, things are not as deformed, they are not cel-shaded, and overall they look more serious. So this is kind of a spectrum, right? It really depends what target audience you are trying to build for. In my case, I still haven't decided. I think it's gonna be interesting to choose something in the middle. I don't want to do something that appears too childish because I would like the game to have more of an adult audience. So, for example, something that would appeal me if I would look randomly on YouTube. And frankly, Clash Royale is not really the art style for me. On the other hand, maybe doing something like Magic, it could be too serious and it could alienate younger audiences. So I think the art style is really an important decision regarding like the vibe of the game. But what I decided to do, since Mana Front is still in the very early beta, alpha, gamma, very early stage of development, is working as a prototype. So my background is in digital design and digital product development. And what you do in digital product development is do something like prototype and wireframing. So why do you do that? It's because you want to be focused on the functionality of the game before thinking about the craft, what comes later. What I'm gonna do is go with a very simple style for cards, because still cards need to have some sort of representation on top. So what I'm going to do is using doodles. So it's something quite simple and I can show you right now. This is the example of a card in Mana Front. As you can see, something that I doodled myself and then I basically refined together. For example, with ChatGPT, I asked, makes the line straighter, remove a bit like the noise of the image after a drawing on a piece of paper. And yeah, these are the results. So this is gonna be the art style, at least in the beginning, for Mana Front, the card game. During playtesting, I'm growing very fond of this art style, and a lot of people think it's quite nice, but I don't think I'm gonna stay with this art style, even though it's very, let's say, iconic. It's probably gonna evolve into something a bit more serious, a bit more fleshed out. So we're gonna start with Doodle, and later on we're gonna focus more on the illustration and fleshing out. So the foundation first, let's figure out what works well in a simple interface and then build on top of that later.
Cards on the table, rules in the air. Balancing this game, it's a wild affair. Mana Front's a puzzle, but we're pulling hair. Play tasting chaos, who even cares?